Hello traders, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going over my trading performance for 2023. This is my growth curve here, or equity curve, whichever you prefer. As you can see, it was a decent year, considering it was my second full year of trading. And it started out a little rough. It's mostly consolidation here at the beginning. It went negative and I stayed pretty close to zero for a while until about May. I broke back above zero. In the summer months, June and July and August, I got all the way up a little over 10%, 10.85%. So I was excited about that. This is when I started to focus more on risk management and being patient. And then got a little overconfident and lost several trades in a row. Started to slow down a bit, be more patient, stayed kind of break even for a while, and then finished the year back up around 8%. So overall, not amazing, nothing really incredibly noteworthy. But I'm super happy to be green again on the year, especially in my second year of trading. 8%, the figure itself, is not super exciting, as that kind of return can be found just putting money into the stock market, just in the S&P 500 index. And so I didn't necessarily beat the market. I didn't beat the market this year for sure. I think the NASDAQ was up like 40 something percent this year. So definitely didn't beat the market, but glad to be green and, hoping to improve upon that next year. So let's go over the stats here real quick. This is my monthly table here. I had 8 profitable months and 4 negative months. And the negative months were kind of hefty, especially February. In February, I was risking more than I should have and not being patient at all. And I was kind of looking around at different strategies and experimenting, and it was just not a good, I was not in a good frame of mind during that month. And then 2 to 3%, or I guess, 2 to 3% losses on the other 3 months, April, July, and September. Then I also had some great months. March, almost 6%. June was amazing at almost 8%. January, 2%. So yeah, overall 7.78%. I don't trade a ton, as in volume of trades. I took 175 trades for the entire year. I won 75 of them and lost 100, leaving me with a win rate of 42.86%. So not a great win rate. Really got hurt in these lower win rate months, 30%, 20%, 30%. And then I had some better months. The ones highlighted here in green are ones that are above my goal. My goal for the year was to have 50% win rate. So I had a 75% month, 50, 60, and 66. And so overall, the win rate is something I am really trying to improve on this next year. And that's just going to come from being more patient with my trades. I know that my strategy should have at least a 60% win rate moving forward. So I know that if I'm patient and take my correct entries, then I can get at least a 60%. As far as risk to reward ratio, I just take the average of all trades for each month. So I had some months where it was below 1, which is not really what I want to see. Ideally, I wanted between 1.5 and 2. This year I was aiming more for 2. So I had some months when the risk to reward was above 2. And so that helped me a lot. I had 1 month where it was above 3, which was great to see. Terrible win rate that month, though. Overall, average risk to reward ratio of 1.46. So that's not terrible. This next year for 2024, I am shooting for a 1.5 risk to reward on average, with a 60% win rate. So this is my blank 2024 journal. It's 60%, 1.5. My goal for this year was to get 20% gain on overall. This isn't a real account. This is between different challenge accounts. And so I did not get close, really. I didn't quite get half. I was above half at one point, but things happened. Um, so yeah, this cash value you see over here, that's not real money necessarily. It's challenge accounts. So I did $100,000 accounts, so that would be like a 1.6% win and a 1.1% loss on average. This statistic here is a little concerning, but also gives a little bit of hope, as my average win month is 3%. That's not bad at all. That would be, if I consistently did that every month, 36% annual return, which would be great to see consistently. That'd be an amazing return every year. However, the average loss month was more than that, mostly just due to the minus 8% in February. Um, these other ones were around 2.8% average, probably. So definitely want to decrease the losing months. I'd like to avoid losing months overall, but that is that for 2023. And over here, we just have all my trades. I like to color in the wins and losses so I can see what kind of strings of wins and losses I had. It looks like my biggest consecutive loss streak was right in, there's 5 here in August. So I believe that was the most. Yeah, I believe that was the most. And this one is actually the wrong color. And the most consecutive wins, I believe, would be 4. Or perhaps I had 5. I know June was a really good. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 in June. Oh, in August, I actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive wins. So those are some interesting stats there. The other good news for the year is that in 2022, I got a total of only 4% for the year. Of course, I didn't include the first few months. I wasn't journaling then. Those were more learning beginning months. And so 4% for the year, almost doubled it this year to 8%. So that is exciting, although the figures still aren't very high. Next year, I am hoping to get a lot more. I have a very aggressive 60% goal here, and that is only because I am using a different account and will be risking 2% on that account instead of 1%. So that would be shooting for 30%, and then doubling that as I am doubling my risk. With the 60% win rate and a 1.5 RR. I'm very excited to see what will happen this year. I've really decided on the strategy I want. I've really found out the average number of trades I want, and I think I'm starting to dial in my style of trading, and I think that's when traders really start to take off. So that's all for my 2023 trading review. Thank you for watching.